Let's do audio. Hello, YouTube chat. Will somebody in YouTube chat tell me that they can hear us? We anxiously await YouTube chat.
The suspense is killing me.
We know there's four of you, so rock, paper, scissors it.
Willie says
There it
stank
is.
stinky. I'm not sure. Does that mean he can hear me, or does he just universally think I smell?
Yeah, that was a little ambiguous.
Do your push-ups, nerd. Jeez, I gotta stop putting fitness goals in contracts too.
We should start
Alright.
doing that.
No.
We have fitness goals for me and taco eating goals for Tim. It works.
I spent 10 minutes shoveling today and I couldn't stop coughing. That's how out of shape I am.
Oh well, hello guys. We now have 10 people watching on YouTube, so it feels like a good time to start. I am iStegosaurus. I will be your awards host this year. I am joined by two lovely individuals. I will let them introduce themselves, and then we'll get this party started.
What's up, everybody? My name is LCC, aka Lord Cool Cats, aka Low Cash Count, and I'm broke, so I'm selling my voice on stream for money.
I'm Psychro, and I'm just happy to be here.
We are both GMs for the Cape Town Crash, and we are only reading awards for the Cape Town Crash, so the stream will be over in about 5 seconds.
Low cash count is iconic. So someone better make that your username during charity next.
I have his bank balance screen capped, so we're good to go.
Oh God, how bad is it? Are we in the negatives yet?
It was
in the
for a bit
negatives.
there.
Jeez, dude. What are you spending all your money on?
I don't know if he's legally allowed to say that on stream.
Oh, understood. Well, I'm going to hit to see the next slide. I do not know what comes next. I have not scrolled through this PowerPoint at all. So we're about to find out. All right. First team offense for the DSFL All-Pro team. I'll go through the names, and I don't know if any of these guys are going to have DSFL award opinions. But at quarterback, we have Cyrus McDougal. Running back, we have Federico Cinco. Running back, we have Crazy Tomato the second. We've got Trey Stover at fullback for the Grey Ducks. We have Mo Love at wide receiver for the Coyotes, and Rocket Toss at wide receiver for the Buccaneers. Do we have any thoughts, guys?
Well, one thing I'd like to point out is Scotty was kind enough to keep a record count going, record watch this past season, and he and I were both performing extremely well for quarterbacks, where he was kind enough to tell me that I was on pace for the interception award. So I'd say he's doing better, given his all-pro appearance here. So congratulations to him. But no,
I think
overall,
it's got to go to my boy Crazy Tomato. I mean, he's got 21 touchdowns over the second place running back is 14. I mean, I'm not good at math, but that's like 3,000%. It's just
that
night and
tracks.
day.
Also, impeccable render. Big tomato head. I'm about
Beautiful
it.
render.
I'm about it.
It's giving early 90s arcade vibes.
I'm about it. I hope defense is next. It's not. It's
More offense.
Wide receiver for the Grey Ducks, we've got Ezra Torrent. At tight end for the Buccaneers, Bug Jones. At tight end for the Coyotes, Inigo Sudworth. At inside offensive line for the Royals, Jerry Atrick. And also at inside offensive line for the Pythons, Ivan Ivanov Jr. The difference between the Buccaneers and the Pythons backgrounds is going to kill me.
You can't tell the difference between those subtle green hex codes?
No. My contacts are already in a bad spot, and we're riffing. We're going. Let's see. Any thoughts on our lovely award winners, friends?
Well, what I'm interested in knowing is where if KCC's lack of a strong presence here, given their championship, is due to all the picks that have been taken from them, and should we take more from them because of it?
Interesting. For whatever reason, the DSFL index does not want to work for me.
Having the exact same issue.
It straight up made me down, which would be the worst time in the DSFL index to ever be down. All right, I feel really bad.
Congratulations to our winners.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna hope defense is next now. It
It definitely
is.
is.
There we
Um,
go.
at defensive tackle, with an incredible render, we have Brick Wall, and for the Coyotes. At defensive end, we have Braxton East for the Grey Ducks. Or at offensive outside linebacker, we have Guess Who for the Coyotes and Ethan Shadow Jr. for the Royals. Feels like we're missing some defensive linemen.
I have a sneaking suspicion there might be more on the next line.
I'm
At
ready.
the next Braxton East actually, interestingly, recorded a handful of stats on Dallas. I'm guessing he was a post TDL create, but for Minnesota had excellent stats: 5 TFLs, 3 sacks. Had a pretty good season.
Swag's lost a new player. Would have been, yeah, definitely would have been a trade deadline create.
Yep.
All right. Next page. We do not get any more defensive linemen. Apparently, it's a weak defensive lineman year for the DSFL. We have inside linebacker Riptide Hurricane for, I'm going to guess, the Pythons. Cornerback Brady Sunkisser. Definitely not going to get me in trouble screaming that at my apartment. Cornerback George McMaster for the Buccaneers. Safety Matt Turk for the Grey Ducks. And safety Dwayne Swanson for the Coyotes. Here are your Coyote Award winners.
There they are. There they are. All right. No picks taken this time.
Any other thoughts on our
And
DSFL award winners?
I do want to just say Dwayne Swanson's render is maybe one of the best I've ever seen.
I don't like it.
Is
It
that?
scares me.
Do you think that's AI generated?
Hard to say without seeing the hands.
We need the hands on a draft card.
That George McMaster had an insane season. I just want to point that out. 26 PDs on the season. Just absolute shutdown. 6 interceptions too. Really fantastic season.
Oh, you got the index to load?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah,
Let's just
incognito
double
mode made it
dots.
work.
Oh. Oh no. Okay, I'm in on the ISFL side. Where's the DSFL? Oh yeah, I'm in now too. Sick. Man, some crazy DSL teams this season. Moving on, we have the All Pro at kicker for the Coyotes. We have Justin Fern. At punter, we have Bio Cage. I'm assuming that's the Grey Ducks. It looks covered. And at returner, we have Scoober Burt.
That's such a good name.
100% extra point percentage for Justin Fern on 48 kicks. It's a lot of extra points.
Let's just general shout out to the specialists, unsung heroes, most important members of the team, and really some excellent candidates here for this season. Burt had broke 600 kick return yards, which for DSFL is pretty fantastic.
Oh yeah. I will say, iconic. Bio Cage second in total kicking yards by volume, much higher average than anybody else. But the most in total yardage, the bot for Dallas, unsung hero. That bot.
That's how Dallas be, baby. Our bots are legendary.
Right? You're 89 kicks for 3,000 yards. Man's getting his workout in. I'm gonna think DSFL awards are next. Offensive Performance of the Year for the DSFL. We have Ezra Torrent for the Grey Ducks in Week 9, Mo Love for the Coyotes in Week 4, Count Savim for the Pythons in Week 3, Federico Cinco for the Grey Ducks in Week 9, Sarek McDougal for the Ducks in Week 10, and Thorfinn Vinland in Week 6 for the Buccaneers. I'm gonna have to pull up the Grey Ducks schedule. Let's see, in Week 9, Ezra Torrent. 5 catches on 6 targets for 156 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kind of nuts. Week 9, Cyrus McDougal, 19 for 24 for 298 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Oh, that would be he should have been week 10. Oops. Oh well. This would have been Federico Cinco, who had 17 carries for 139 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cyrus McDougal in week 10 was 24 for 31 for 388 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Wow.
Oh, holy
And
cow.
DSL, that's nuts. Let's see. We got Kansas City Coyotes, week 4. We're looking for Mo Love. It's a 51-point game from the Coyotes in week 4. That feels crazy.
That's absolute
Mo,
dominance for DSFL.
yeah, Mo Love with 6 receptions on 8 targets, 153 yards, a log of 73 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Let's see.
Orphan Vinland was 27 to 39, 325 yards, 2 touchdowns, 112 passer rating. Pretty
All
darn
right.
good.
And I've got Count Savim in week 3. A lot of I'm not finding him. Hold on 1 second. I am not finding him.
Are you on BBB or are you on Portland?
I'm on Portland. Is that BBB?
I don't think so. I think it's Portland.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's Portland.
That's doesn't seem right. He's not on here. Is the background
I
wrong?
wonder if the week is wrong.
It's Baz's player. Who was Baz on in the DSL last season? Let's see.
I just looked up who Baz is playing for on the TPE tracker, and it said the New Orleans second line, and I got very confused.
Yeah, I'm equally confused as well. It looks like he's position swapped. Return. He was not a running back. Was he a receiver?
Yeah, he was. He was on Tijuana.
Oh, okay. So the background is that the Tijuana background? If so, I'm sorry, Tijuana homies.
Baz has just messaged me to confirm that it is indeed Tijuana.
All
Hi,
right.
Baz.
Excellent.
Thank you, Baz. I've got you. In week 3, Baz had 4 receptions on 7 targets for 167 yards, along to 69, nice, and 2 touchdowns.
That's insane on 4 catches.
Yes.
I don't know.
Regardless,
I could do that.
against elementary schoolers, middle schoolers.
Dunk on them kids.
I think this has got to be McDougal. That 388 yards and 5 touchdowns is one of the most nuts DSL lines I've ever seen.
That's unheard of for ISFL.
Oh yeah. Let's
Find
see.
out.
Let's see.
It's
Oh my gosh.
I'm shocked. I'm floored. All right.
Shout out to my boy
Unbelievable
Scotty.
performance.
Love you. Much love. Miss you. Write me a letter sometime.
All right. Defensive performance of the year. We've got DeMar Harris for the Grey Ducks in week 13. Brady Sunkisser for the Coyotes in week 8. Tyrone Brackenridge III for the Pythons in week 11. Hawk to me for the Seawolves in week 13. I did not like saying that. And Dwayne Swanson makes a reappearance in week 13 for the Coyotes. All right. We'll start with the Coyotes. Let's see what we got. Week 9, Brady Sunkisser. We had 9 tackles, 1 forced fumble, 2 PDs, 1 interception, and a touchdown.
All over the field.
Oh, yeah. Week 13 for Dwayne Swanson. We have 7 tackles, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 2 PDs, and 1 interception.
Holy cow. Week 13 for DeMar Harris, 10 tackles, a forced fumble, 3 pass deflections, 3 interceptions, and a touchdown.
That might just be the winner.
Hawk Toomey had a great week 13 as well. Got defensive player of the game, 11 tackles, an interception, 2 forced fumbles, and one of those was a recovery.
That's nuts. I've got Brackenridge in week 11. We've got, 16 tackles, which that alone is nuts. 1 tackle for loss, 1 safety, and 1 sack. 16 tackles alone is nuts.
That's a crazy stat line. That's incredible. I mean, honestly, a bunch of these sounded unbelievable for DSFL.
I've got a
Yeah.
1,500 TPE linebacker in the ISFL, and I don't know if I've had a 16 tackle game.
So to put it in perspective, the Luchadors, who they played that week, did run an absolute metric assload of plays. Crackerjack threw the ball 43 times. Hammer ran the ball 28. And then they had 6 other carries. So you're at, what is that, 34, 77 plays? But Brackenridge still got tackles on a fifth of the offensive plays. That doesn't feel right.
That's dominance, is what that is.
I'm going with DeMar Harris, though. 3 picks.
Yeah, 3 picks is crazy. No, I would agree with that.
I'm so shocked,
There it is.
floored,
DeMar Harris, congratulations.
incredibly surprised. Offensive Rookie of the Year for the DSFL, we have Banhammer for Tijuana. I now see how that's Tijuana. I see the luchador behind it. Adolin Surasan for the Royals. A great Rendo, Tom Turbo for the Pythons. Ezra Torrent for the Grey Ducks. And Football Catcher Man for the Coyotes. How are we feeling, guys?
First of all, it's pronounced Adolin. Maybe you should read some Stormlight archives, okay?
Oh, geez. Here we go.
Oh, God.
Here we go. Oh, boy.
Banhammer, 346 carries, 1,381 yards, and 11 touchdowns. Feels like a solid year. Tom
Turbo had... There you go. You got it.
You got it.
No, I was going to say match for touchdowns. 162 attempts, 871 yards with a long of 43, so broke off a good run there.
He had some luck through the air, too, at 153 yards through the air.
Yep, not bad. Good dual threat running back there.
Torrent, kind of crazy, 76 catches, 1,277 yards, 15 touchdowns for Torrent. Catcherman,
that's pretty impressive. Yeah.
Catcherman did catch the ball, 73 for just over 1,111 touchdowns. Now I have to find Surasan.
Surasan was 281 rushing attempts for 1,177 yards, 14 touchdowns.
Who are we feeling, guys?
Oh boy, nearly 1,200 rushing yards and 14 touchdowns is excellent for Surasan, but Ketcherman's stat line was pretty unbelievable as well.
I gotta go Banhammer here.
Okay. Almost 1,400 yards on the ground. It's got to be Ezra Torrent, 15 touchdowns. Is that like a sweep for the Grey Ducks thus far? McDougal, DeMar Harris,
yeah.
Ezra Torrent.
Man, Minnesota.
Team, man.
Honk. Back, baby.
All right. For Defensive Rookie of the Year, we have Phantom Ghost, my fault, for the Grey Ducks. GM Mellett for the Buccaneers. Kevin Kirkpatrick for the Seawolves. Oh, God. Xanthalu Vornspultz.
Pretty good.
Close enough. Yeah.
Yeah, we're there. We got any stats pulled up for these guys, y'all?
We have future Cape Town legends GM Mellett and Kevin Kirkpatrick both represented here. Let's take a quick peek at them.
Mellett with 89 tackles, 11 TFLs, a forced fumble, 5 sacks, a pass deflection. Pretty darn tasty. Kirkpatrick with 81 tackles, 11 TFLs, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 3 sacks. Both of those are pretty impressive.
Yeah, Phantom Ghost coming in with 93 tackles, 13 TFLs, 3 forced fumbles, and 2 of those recoveries, 6 sacks, an interception, 8 PDs. Just kind of a general menace all across the field there.
In Vornspultz, we got 85 tackles, 10 TFLs, a forced fumble, 4 sacks, and 4 pass deflections.
All right.
I don't want to say it's going to be a duck sweep here, but Ghost has a pretty incredible stat line.
Let's find out. It is not. It's Kevin
Kirkpatrick. Let's go.
Is that Pyro?
Yeah.
Shout out to Pyro.
Excellent.
All right. Next up, I think this is the last DSFL big award. We've got Special Teams Player of the Year. For the Coyotes, we have Justin Fern. For the Grey Ducks, we have John Kick. For the Pythons, I think that's the Pythons green. I'm getting messed up here. That's Tom Turbo. For the
Yep.
Grey Ducks, we have Shakir Hodges Allen. For the Buccaneers, we have Dixon Yamada. For the Buccaneers, and for the Coyotes, we have Scuba Burt. All right, some
Yeah, we've
kickers,
covered
some returners.
we've covered Justin Fern, Scuba Burt already for special teams. I've got Shakir Hodges Allen with 592 kick return yards and a kick return touchdown, and then another 224 punt return yards. So pretty great to see a kick return touchdown there. That's not super common in the DSFL. In fact, Scuba Burt was the only other one to have it.
Oh, okay.
And Scuba Burt with 664 kick return yards and 451 punt return yards and a punt return TD. This guy was an animal.
All right, how are we feeling, guys?
Yeah, I just got pinged in ISFL Fantasy. I'm on the clock. Who should I pick?
What's your team looking like thus far?
Not great, Doc.
Who's left?
All right, I'll pick after we read the winner of the special teams awards.
Take a Yeti. That's my advice. The winner of the season 52 Special Teams Player of the Year in the DSFL is Justin Fern.
There it is.
The new offensive lineman for the Colorado Yeti. All right.
He's got a bright future ahead of him. Congratulations on the award.
Went out on top as a kicker and now on to bigger and better things as a lineman.
Let's see who's up next. Defensive player or offensive player of the year overall for the DSFL. So I guess we get offensive player, defensive player, and then all right. We have Cyrus McDougal for the Grey Ducks, Federico Cinco for the Grey Ducks, Crazy Tomato for the Buccaneers, Rocket Toss for the Buccaneers, Mo Love for the Coyotes, and Ezra Torrent for the Grey Ducks. I think we've covered most of these besides maybe Federico, Rocket Toss, and Crazy Tomato.
So here's the crazy thing, and maybe I just haven't looked at depth charts and how this works in the DSFL, but Rocket Toss, Rocket Toss is leading in yards as a tight end. Maybe they were slotted at a wide receiver, I'm not sure, but almost 1,500 yards as a tight end. That's pretty good.
That's nuts.
And 66 yards long. What was that?
So that's nuts even in the ISFL.
Yeah, absolutely. That's breaking tight end mold right there.
Gotcha. I've received confirmation that Rocket Toss is a tight end, but lined up at wide receiver. Still,
that'll do it.
Tight end's got that chunkier body, and so to go up against those cornerbacks and still bring those kind of yards in, that's pretty impressive.
I respect tight ends. I also have that chunkier body.
But still, you got to look at somebody like Crazy Tomato. 21 touchdowns. Second place is 14 touchdowns. That's just breaking away from the competition in my mind.
Cinco, though, he cracked that 1,500-yard mark on the ground. 319 attempts, 1,522 yards, and 14 touchdowns.
This is true.
I don't know. I'm thinking I'm hedging here, and part of me feels like McDougal might be MVP. So I'm thinking this might be a Crazy Tomato award to lose.
Let's see what we got.
We walk back over to the computer to hit the next thing. We'll make a coffee. It is Crazy Tomato.
It's Crazy Tomato.
Congratulations, bud.
Well deserved, CT.
Absolutely.
How much bigger do you think that head looks with a helmet on?
Does he have to wear a helmet?
It's made out of the same material. It looks soft and pliable, but...
Oh, Lord. Next up, we've got the Defensive Player of the Year awards. We've got Ethan Shadow Jr. for the Royals. Bamba Jammin for the Coyotes. Brady Sunkisser makes his third appearance of the night for the Coyotes. Zen Olsen for, I think that's Tijuana. And Hawk to Me again for the Seawolves.
Yeah. I'm looking at Bomba Jam, and I hadn't actually taken a peek at his stats yet.
First appearance tonight.
17, yeah, 17 TFLs, a couple of forced fumbles in a recovery, 6 sacks and 16 PDs. So just that general, utility knife of a linebacker, just all over the place.
Okay. Who are we thinking, boys?
You know what? I'm gonna go dark horse here and say it was Hawk Toomey, just because I got to represent Norfolk.
I was also kind of feeling a dark horse pick here, but leaning toward Ethan Shadow. 126 tackles, led the league in tackles, and 19 TFLs.
Look at
9
us here
sacks as well, actually.
making his dark horse pick based on stats and not vibes.
Oh, mine was purely vibes.
Alrighty. Next up, let's see the winner. It's gonna be Brady
Ooh,
Sunkisser.
Sunkisser.
Our pundits are not on tonight.
Maybe it's just because that name makes me feel uncomfortable every time I have to say it.
I love the Gritty. Incredible name. My neighbors definitely think there's some weird things going on in my condo tonight. Next up, we've got General Managers of the Year. We have 3 nominees from the Buccaneers: Roy Rivers. I promise I can speak English. In Severin. From the Coyotes, Dev Zero and Irish. And from the Grey Ducks, Lyles and OK Nom.
Who's OK Nom? Wait, is that Dunkler?
That's Dunkler.
Oh my God, it's Dunkler.
It's our boy, Cape Town legend.
Nothing is more iconic when somebody's known more by their player name than by their username.
I talk to this guy literally every day, and I didn't know that his forum name was OK Nom.
And we've got newly minted Black Forest GM Irish here making an appearance after a really successful season with Kansas City. And I've been hearing nothing but good things about what Severin and Roy Rivers are doing. So honestly, 3 really great nominations here.
Three crazy team results too. A 12-1-1 team, a 12-2 team, and an 11-3 team. That's crazy in the DSFL. Let's find out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Congratulations to Deb and Irish. Well deserved.
The winners win it. Gotta love it.
And hey, they finally got their banner on the website. I know they've been working for that. So that just proves how good at GMs they are.
Yep, absolutely.
Imagine having a banner on the website. Next up, most dedicated member for the DSFL. We have 6 nominees. If I am correct, these have to be new creates, or at least in the DSFL, but I think it's new create. We have Big Dalla, Code K29, DJ Fire Dragon, Fire Havoc, HHH81, the Haiku Master, and Pyro 182. We got any thoughts, guys?
Yeah, speaking just biased again because we just drafted him, but Pyro, the fact that he can come into yet another sim league in the ISFL and just give this level of involvement and this much passion while also being heavily involved in other leagues just speaks to their character and their ability and how much they love this type of content. It's just a fantastic addition to the league as a whole that we have them over here now.
Wasn't he keeping the SHL sim team basically afloat by himself?
It's a maniac.
I actually know him from the SHL Parents Discord, so he's all over the place.
There's a Parents Discord?
Yeah, for us sad, lonely dads who hang out in sim leagues.
Hey man, to have kids, you gotta have a partner. So that's stopping me for now. All right, well-deserved nominees. A lot of names I'm sure we all recognize from scouting, but the winner is gonna be Pyro 182. Very well deserved.
Man, congratulations. I think maybe we'll have to get you a custom role in the locker room here for this one.
Let's see. Do we move on to ISFL now? No, MVP. I'm bad. All names we have seen tonight, but to make them feel happy, I will announce. For MVP, we have Cyrus McDougal of the Grey Ducks, along with Federico Cinco and Ezra Torrent. For the Buccaneers, we have Crazy Tomato II and Rocket Toss. For the Coyotes, we have Mo Love, Bomba Jammin, and Brady Sunkisser. For the Royals, we have Ethan Shadow Jr. For the Luchadors, Zin Olsen. And for the Seawolves, Hawk Toomey. I have to space those out. I don't think I can say Hawk 2 right after Brady Sunkisser.
That's fair.
All right, drum roll, please.
I think we've already talked about all these. I'm going with Cyrus McDougal. That feels like the one.
It's the safe pick. Yeah.
And it is
Look at those
There it is.
sunglasses. Yeah.
Congratulations. I mean, honestly, an insane season, realistically.
Look at that jawline. Dreamy.
Why does this guy look why does that render look familiar? Someone explain that to me.
That's Cyrus McDougal.
Fair enough.
All right. Do we move on to ISFL? No, we have the second team,
Yeah, no.
offensive returner.
It is ISFL.
Oh, it is. It is. I forgot we have the second team. At quarterback, we get Bugs for the Sailfish. Running backs, we have Purdy Mediocre for the Outlaws and Reginald Hammerfall for the Silverbacks. At fullback, Aaron Ford Jr. for the second line. Tight end, Bob Kronkowski for the Ravens. At receiver, Andre Ben for the second line. Kevin Finnerty for the Silverbacks. And Zane Feetlover Sr. for the Silverbacks. At offensive tackle, we have Gustav Farkas Raven for the Hahalua. And Honda Civic, great name, for the Copperheads. Inside offensive line, we have Ghost Panda for the Raves and Taylor Swift for the Outlaws. At defensive tackle, we have Donut, Orbiting Death for the Yeti. And at punter, we have Tim Robinson. So I guess we sneak one defensive player on here in Donut.
Hey, I mean, it just means it's a standout performance. Well deserved.
Or was he so good on defense it was offensive?
Ooh.
I won't quit
Makes
my
you
day job.
think.
I won't quit my day job.
They must be saving all the Cape Town players for first team.
I'm sure. Let's see. Oh, we get some Cape Town players on the second.
Here we
team.
go.
Ooh.
At defensive tackle, Juan Carrasco for Osaka. For the Chubby Rhinos, we have a defensive end. We have Luke Larock.
I think
Close
that's
enough.
correct.
Yeah, and Rex Havoc for Honolulu. At outside linebacker, once again for Cape Town, we have Scorch Von Turbo. And then for the Outlaws, Maurice Gunner. At inside linebacker, the first Otter making appearance. Had a good year, those Otters did. John Scamps. At corner, we have Roque Cotswold for the Hahalua and Whittle Warwick for the Silverbacks. At safety, we have Tony Scaletta for the Rays, Jamie Orion for the Sailfish. At flex, we have Taller Retriever for the Sailfish. At kicker, we have Master Chief for the Hawks. I think that's the first Hawk making appearance. And then at returner, we have Trent Thigpen.
Love it. Congrats, everybody.
Some big names on there.
Absolutely. Do we get first team next? This tells you how many award shows I watch. We do.
We do.
Our first team, season 52, ISFL All-Pro quarterback is Elijah Dyson for the Silverbacks. Well-deserved Pat. At fullback, Billy Van Gogh for the Wraiths, making fullbacks great. At running back, Annabelle Blundetto for the Wraiths as well. Also had a great year. And also Corey Trevor for the Kaiju. That's how you say it, right, Kaiju? Feels right.
Yeah, that's how you say it. Yeah.
Any thoughts, guys?
Love to see Pat getting recognition here. Elijah Dyson at QB. Just excellent season. Excellent past few seasons for them, actually. They've been to, what now, 3 in a row?
Something like that, yeah. The Silverbacks are on a run.
Yeah.
All righty. Feels like some accurate picks there. Let's see what's next. At wide receiver, we have Leopold Roy for the Sailfish, Alexander Rockstone Austin for the Yeti, Sear Y'all, I have no idea, for the Copperheads, and Deacon Blues at tight end for the Otters. All right. Move on. We've got for offensive linemen, we have Octavio Valares for the Outlaws, Swantavius Stack for the Sailfish. I'm sorry, Gadget. I'm gonna do my best. Deuteramus Bohemus for.
Acutiramus bohemius.
There
It's
we go.
a ancient sea scorpion.
Giant ancient sea scorpion, and my nightmares have not been the same since.
Contractually obligated to know that now, I assume. And
Uh-huh.
Smooth Green Gurch. Is that a typo?
I'm not 100% sure.
Nope, that's Hot
Nope,
Dog's
that
player. It is definitely
that is
smooth green
accurate.
Gurch.
Yup.
It is. I've always just read it as Grinch
Guard for Arizona.
for Arizona. Congratulations, guys. On defense, at defensive tackle for the Silverbacks, we have Draven Chanos, Doctor Who for the second line. At defensive end, we have DeJasper Probencrooks the fourth for the Hahalua, and David Hudgens the fourth for the second line. At outside linebacker, we have Dulio's Beard for the Sabercats. I think that's the first Sabercat we've seen. And JJ Watt for the Hahalua. At inside linebacker, we have Luna Moon for the Rays, Kim Yeon-seok for the Outlaws, Jet Larson for the Yeti. Congratulations, Doc. Paul Edgecombe at safety for the second line. Congratulations, TH. Scott Jr., the second line, sweep the safeties. And at flex, Lyle Taylor for the Silverbacks. At specialist, we have Wynn Jenkins for the Outlaws at kicker, Marshall Vaughn Hildebrand at punter for the Sailfish, and Pitter Patter at returner for Black Forest, which that's doing the same thing Tia wanted it to be. That looks like Osaka.
That very distinct purple, it's the giveaway.
Yeah. Any thoughts on the All Pros, guys?
Honestly,
I'm just happy that everybody had fun.
It's all about the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Tight ends don't get enough love. I do want to shout out Deacon Blues. 74 pancakes and 0 sacks. A blocking tight end. He's having a pretty great season. So, you know what? Shout out. What's up?
How many stacks is that? How many pancake stacks?
Well, it's 10 per stack, so it's 7.4 stacks.
There's 10 in a stack?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I thought there were like 4. I gotta go to the right.
What kind of weak pancake houses are you going to?
Dude, I don't know. DC does it different.
Yeah, I guess so.
They charge you out your ass for it too.
You know, safeties don't get a lot of credit either. So it's nice to see New Orleans with the safety duo. That sounds like it's the most powerful safety duo since Jasper Fontaine and Alexander Milescu back in the day. Love to see some purple safety duos bringing the heat. So congrats.
I agree. On offensive performance of the year, we have the better William Strong for the Otters in week 6. We have Thor for the Chubby Rhinos in week 16. Elijah Dyson for the Silverbacks in week 13. Russell Jimmies for Osaka in week 3. Zigzag Zibstep, 26 player in week 7. And William Eaton, I think that's a mid, in week 2. All right. Try to pull some of these up.
Yeah, well, William Eaton in week 2, that was part of a hard-fought battle, Copperheads versus Crash. Final score was 41-34, and Eaton just torched us. 18 catches for 182 yards and a touchdown. He was just eating that day.
How about Thor? We'll give you guys the chance for the other Cape Town player.
Sure. We got Thor in week 16. That was 41-37 win over the Wraiths. That was a nail biter. Thor kind of balled out for that game. 36-51, 480 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Holy
that was a
0 interceptions with all that, yeah.
Yeah, passer rating of 132.8. That was an absolute clinic that day by Thor.
It's crazy. Rarely do we see a player make a appearance on the Performance of the Year in a loss, but William Strong in Week 6 in a 36-26 loss to the Silverbacks had one of the nuttier dual-purpose games I've ever seen. 13 carries, 128 yards for a 9.8 average and a touchdown. 7 receptions on 10 targets for 138 yards, a 19.7 average, and a touchdown. And just to make it even better, 1 kick return for 37 yards.
The triple threat.
The triple threat. That's crazy.
That's nuts.
That's nuts.
Let's see. I'm going to try to get Pat up real quick.
Dyson went 17 of 24 for 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 129.2 passer rating. Just a beautiful performance. 3 touchdowns. Wait. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And week 7 with... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You good?
Yeah. Week 7 with zigzag zip step. Say that 5 times fast. That was a 51-28 win for the Sailfish over the Brood. And zip step with 19 catches for 131 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he got involved in the... that was rushing, sorry. And he got involved in the receiving game as well with 3 catches for 44 yards and a touchdown. So accounted for 3 touchdowns on the game.
Perfect. And then finally, Russell Jimmies in week 3, 14 of 23, so 61%, for 215 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 pick, so 113.2 rating, but added 14 carries for 106 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Who are we thinking, guys?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to be a homer, but I got to give it to Thor for 480 yards and 5 touchdowns. I don't know. That's
Thor went absolutely Kirko chains, just balled out.
Nuclear.
But
I'll
Pat, love Big Red, love everybody up here. But
oh yeah,
we got to be homers.
I'll go with William Strong just because I like the dual use, but it is Thor in week 16.
What a classic Thor adventure.
Was that his last game in the purple?
It was. Yep.
Went out on top.
What a way to go out. Yeah.
Let's see. Next up, defensive performances of the year. We have Kim Yeon-suk in week 1 for the Outlaws, Adam Journey for the Hahalua in week 16, Drake Wayne in week 2 for the Silverbacks, Dolio's Beard in week 16 for the Sabercats, Speedhawk in week 2 for the Silverbacks. That's 2 Silverbacks players in week 2, and Gajeel Red Fox in week 3 for the Copperheads.
I'll quickly run through these. Journey had 6 tackles, 2 interceptions, 6 pass deflections, and 2 touchdowns as a defender. Wayne had 6 tackles, 2 interceptions, 5 pass deflections, and 2 interceptions. Beard had 9 tackles, 3 TFLs, 2 sacks, an interception, a pass deflection, and a touchdown. Red Fox had 6 tackles, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 1 interception, 2 pass deflections, and a touchdown. Yeon-suk had 6 tackles, 2 interceptions, 2 pass deflections, and 2 touchdowns. And then Hawk had 9 tackles, a sack, a forced fumble, an interception, 2 pass deflections, and a touchdown. The theme is a lot of these defenders are scoring touchdowns, and that's pretty nuts.
Ton of touchdowns, ton of dual purpose stats, right? You know, backfield defense, getting through the line, TFLs and sacks. It's pretty impressive.
It's the intangibles, really.
Yeah. They are tangible.
Who are we thinking, guys? Make some picks.
Man, this one's hard. There's sincerely a lot of insane performances. My gut's telling me it's going to be Beard. That's where I'm leaning, but it really could be any of them.
I'm going to go Adam Journey here.
All right.
Shout out to Wildfire Micro.
Let's see what's up. It's Adam Journey in week 16. Congrats to
WFM. Honestly, one of the highlights of my morning is all the servers were in together. I just get a notification from him with morning.
Oh yeah,
love it.
My man is on top of that game.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
No, well deserved. Congratulations.
Next up, we have Offensive Rookie of the Year. For the Hawks, we have No Picks and Travis Novak. For the Rays, Benny the Jet. For
Benny!
for the Sabercats, Ignacio de la Serna. For the Kaiju, Mike Ross. And for the Sailfish, John Myers. Got any thoughts, guys?
I just
Well,
got Go ahead, Psychro.
well, I was gonna say, it's great to see a oh my god, I just lost my train of thought.
Cape Town
No
veteran.
picks popping up. Well, I was going no picks. He had a pretty spectacular rookie season. I will say he didn't. He lived up to his name. Not a ton of picks. In fact, fewest in the league. 30-8 TD to interception ratio.
Alrighty. I'm going no picks here. A rookie quarterback winning the Ultimus. That feels like what it is.
Yep.
Hey, it's no picks. Bo Nix. Something like that. Congratulations. That's Dude, right? Is this new quarterback? It is. Congratulations, Dude.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive Rookie of the Year. The Outlaws, we have Benji Raga. For the Otters, Polly Wag. For the Silverbacks, Severin Quinn. For the Wraith, Luna Moon. For the Outlaws, Prime Sanders. And for the Sabercats, Tackle Merchant.
Real quickly, I do want to go back and highlight that no picks had 8 picks. So false advertising, but at the same time,
fewest
as a
in the
rookie,
league.
that's still, as a rookie, the fewest interceptions in the league is pretty damn spicy. So I'll allow it this one time.
Gets by on a technicality, but we're watching.
Let's get a fundraiser going to change it to some picks.
When's the next charity drive?
I was just thinking the same thing.
All right, we can move on.
Back to defense.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Tackle Merchant living up to his name. As a rookie free safety, 37 tackles, pretty solid.
Any other thoughts, guys?
Polly Wag, actually, I just popped that up. 10 TFLs as a rookie DT. Really solid.
I feel it.
Is that Pelokida?
Yes.
Is that how you say that? Yeah, nice.
What a pronunciation. All right. I'm gonna go Prime Sanders with knowing nothing about the stats. We're gonna see if I
PDs.
That's a lot of PDs for a rookie.
For a rookie corner, that's great. Yeah.
I also didn't realize that I do have the results. I can just cheat. I can always write.
All right, let's see it.
Let's go. It's Polly Wag.
Polly Wag.
Congratulations, friend.
10 TFLs for a rookie DT. That's pretty good performance there. That's spectacular.
Congratulations, friend. Pelokida. Now that somebody has said it, so I know how to say it. Next up, I'm going to think it's going to be Offensive Returner of the Year. That's exactly what I thought was coming. We have Trent Thigpen for the Copperheads, Julian McMorris II for the Yeti, Reginald Hammerfall for the Silverbacks, Caleb the Geico Camel, that render for the Hahalua, Adam Journey for the Hahalua, and Wake Drain Jr. for the Silverbacks.
Yeah, Hammerfall coming in with just a hair under 600 kick return yards and just under 300 punt return yards. So 598 on the kick returns on only 23 returns is a pretty great stat line. Drain Jr., we've got 610 kick return yards, no punt return yards. He must have just been the kick returner on his team. And on 20 attempts.
Yeah, I'm gonna
All right.
that Fig Pen average of 30.6 on 27 carry or 27 returns is nuts.
Oh yeah, that's insane. Along with a kick return touchdown.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
The only other kick return touchdown to make the list. No other kick return touchdown made the list.
We did have Adam Journey cresting 700 kick return yards and with a return average 27.4, so really respectable.
All right. I'm going to go with Thigpen, the only one with the touchdown, and 30.6 on 27 returns
Yeah.
is that's like the second or third most returns in the league and the second highest average. That's
Yep.
nuts. And it's Trent Thigpen. Congratulations,
Yeah.
Trent.
Just consistent, excellent performance.
Next up, kicker punter of the year, we have Master Chief for the Hawks, Space Dino for the Wraiths, Jack Sloth for the second line, Marshall von Hildebrand for the Sailfish, and Wing Wang for the Silverbacks. Let's see. Swap on over to kicker punter.
Yeah, let's see.
Face Dino hit 6 field goals over 50 yards.
Whoa, wow, yeah, 6 out of 9.
Nice.
Yeah, the long being 56 yards.
But only 87.8% overall. It's tough.
Yeah, on 41 attempts. Wing Wang with 100% extra point percentage. You tend to see that on kicker punter of the year. But had a ton of success at the mid range, 13 of 15 in the 30 to 39, and 12 of 15 from 40 to 49, and also nailed a 59-yard long, which was the longest in the league.
Machi.
I'm probably going to go with Master Chief here, a 97% percentage on field goals, while still taking 33 of them is kind of crazy. It's one of the lower total amount of kicks that somebody took in the league, but to hit 97% is just nuts.
And was perfect 13 of 13 in the mid range of in 30 to 39, and perfect 40 to 49, 6 of 6.
Yeah, where the sim will actually let you take kicks and not just decide that you're going to do a really short punt.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see. We got to factor in some punting. Pulling up punting. Let's see. Jack Sloth with the highest average, 51.3, followed by Space Dino at 49.5, Hildebrand at 48.5. Jenkins did not make the list. Wang Wang at 46.9. This is where Chief seems to be the lowest of the nominees at 46.8.
Jack Sloth, I want to point out, nailed a 73-yard punt.
That's also absurd. It's tied for the longest of the season.
Yeah.
It's the longest ever.
That's crazy. I wonder if that's an upper limit in the sim. But
alrighty, I'm gonna hit it. We're gonna see.
What do we got? Master Chief.
Is that Snowy? His old player?
It is
Snowy.
Yeah. Too clutch, honestly. That's what you want out of your kicker. That's insane.
Oh. Congratulations, Snowy. Offensive Player of the Year, we have Hyde for the Sailfish, Zigzab Zigstep with the Sailfish, Leopold
Now,
Roy.
hang on.
With the Sailfish.
3 Sailfish.
Sailfish offense 2 goated. They did score 429 points this year, which, I mean, is in the top half of the league. Animal Blodetto for the Wraiths, and Elijah Dyson for the Silverbacks. I'm doing my normal thing. I'm going Dyson as MVP. So I think it's between the other 4.
Now, am I crazy or am I not? I'm not finding any stats for Hyde.
Yeah, who is Hyde? It's hidden.
It's a secret to everyone.
Were they not supposed to make the list?
That's got to be Bugs, right?
It's got to be Bugs. Yeah. It can't be anybody else on the Sailfish.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Envy just the sheet may have glitched when it produces the PowerPoint. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bugs.
Okay.
I
Well, Leopold Roy, I wanted to highlight them real quick. 1,605 receiving yards, led the league in receiving yards, and 12 touchdowns through the air.
it's a great season.
It's insane. Yeah,
I
they were airing it out.
I'm gonna take a gamble here. Yellowknife scored 508 points on the season, which is absolutely comical. The only team in the 500s. Teams don't score in the 500s historically. That's nuts. And Blundetto scored 20 of those touchdowns, which is also just on the ground alone, which is also one of the highest totals that I think I've ever seen for a running back. So I'm shocked if this is not Blundetto.
Let's see it.
It is
Yeah,
Blundetto. That's a
yeah.
nuts. 20 touchdowns is crazy.
You can't
It's
ignore that
Jimmy,
stat
right?
line.
Congrats, Jimmy.
Yes, it is Jimmy. Next up, we have Defensive Player of the Year for the Silverbacks, Draven Chanos. For the Hahalua, they're going to make me say this again, Dejaster Proven Crux the Fourth. For the Chubby Rhinos, Great Render, Scorch Von Turbo. For the Outlaws, Kim Yon Suk. For the second line, Doctor Who. And for the Sabercats, Dulio's Beard.
LCC, I know you wanna.
I mean, in a totally unbiased way, I think Scorch Von Turbo had a pretty fantastic season. Who's the user for that?
Oh, some nerd.
Gotcha.
Some nerd.
Who could it be?
Some nerd with a dog PFP.
Oh, God. All right, I'm going to get up some stats for some of these other guys. We don't just have you
Yeah.
guys talking your own player. We talked about Dulio already. 128 tackles towards the top of the league, second in the league. 6 forced fumbles, 15 tackles for loss, 15 sacks, 2 interceptions, a safety, a touchdown. Overall, a great year. Let's see.
Yeah.
Looking for.
Stats all over the place.
Oh yeah. Clark is
Yansuk,
a. Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, real quick. Yansuk had 78 tackles, a fumble return. We had 8 interceptions, 28 PDs, and 2 defensive touchdowns.
Trying to find Doctor Who. Doctor Who at defensive tackles, 61 tackles, 9 for loss, 10 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, which, and the kind of neutered world the defensive line has been in the last 10 or 12 seasons, that's a great season for a defensive lineman.
Yep, absolutely.
Trying to find, we're missing Probin Crux and Shanos.
I've got Chanos here
Okay.
with 46 tackles, 8 of those TFLs, 3 forced fumbles. We had 12 sacks, so excellent performance there. Yeah, for DT, that 12 sacks getting in there. That's a great season.
And finally, Probin Crux, very similar to the Doctor Who season. 56 tackles, 11 for loss, 3 forced fumbles, 8 sacks. So a few more on the TFLs, a little bit less on the sacks, a few less on the
Yep.
tackles. Who are we thinking, guys?
Oof. I mean, Beard had an insane season.
Beard, that's one of the best
128
seasons I've
tackles
seen.
and 6 forced fumbles, 15 sacks. I mean, again, we talk about the jack of all trades linebacker, but he really was just all over the field.
Can you just for once just back me up? Just be on my side one time. Just literally one time, Psychro. One time. Can you just support me instead of supporting other people in the league? Scorcher Von Turbo's right there, and you're supporting Dulio's Beard. What the hell?
Hey man.
One time. Just
Stats
one
don't lie.
time.
I'm a numbers guy.
One time.
Stats
I'm
don't
gonna
lie.
find a new GM. Oh my god.
Well,
I'm just kidding. I'm not invested in this at all.
I'll just say that eight interceptions for Crunk's player is also kind of absurd. So equal chance that I think it's that.
Yeah.
1 second. I will hit the button. All right. It is Kronk's player, Kim Yeon-suk.
Yep.
Next up, General Managers
didn't-
of the Year.
I didn't want this stupid award anyways.
Well, okay then. Hopefully you're ready to talk about it. For the Outlaws, we have Crony and Bamford. For the Hawks, Swanky and Swoosh. For the Yeti, Tubby Tim and myself. For the Silverbacks, Wizard and Daniel. For the Otters, Uptown and AJ. And for the Wraiths, Homer and Junie. All very good nominees. A lot of teams, Arizona, Baltimore, and New York, that have been consistently good for the last couple of years. Yellowknife with a great turnaround, and Orange County. What they're doing over in Orange County to rebuild on the fly has been ridiculously impressive.
100% agree. It's one of those things where the wins aren't everything for this award. You see, it's a lot about team building and future proofing, and honestly, they're making great strides. And then on the other side of that, not to lash on the praise there, Steg, but Colorado is the end result of that struggle, right? You get to see what happens when you turn around a team culture and start to build towards a winning culture, and it's great to see.
Well, I appreciate that. Colorado is the case in point of what happens when your general manager going into this season has an all-time record of 37-114.
Well, you tip the scales 12 wins in the other direction this
Yeah,
season.
yeah. We're on the comeback back. They keep asking me to step down, but I gotta wait till I get back to 500 at least. Let's see. And it is Tubby Tim and myself. Thank you, GMs. This is the most awkward part of the broadcast for
Congratulations.
me.
Congrats.
I appreciate you all. I'm very proud of the Yeti this season. It has been a long time coming.
Well deserved.
Three seasons with 1 win total was tough, so I'm glad we're here. Let's see. Next up, most dedicated member. We have Amid, Austin, Purple Pirate Pooh, and Wizard. All 3 incredible nominees. All 3 people, or all 4, my fault, I can't count. And all 4 people that should probably be on this list every single year.
I mean, it's one of the reasons why there's restrictions, right? But they're names that you see pop up everywhere, literally everywhere. Always jumping in to help out for us in the management system, and just helping the GMs with everything they need, seeing them pop around in, general league channels and the rookie channels. It's incredible. We have a insanely dedicated set of staff members and GMs, and it's I feel like right now this is a more competitive award than ever.
Oh yeah, some of these guys are doing crazy stuff. Amid with helping craft some of these new rules. Austin with um, some of like the back end work, especially some of the drama over the last couple of seasons. I think Wizard does basically everything in the league at this point. I kind of turn around and he's there. And PPP, not to be confused with the loans, has been somebody else that you kind of turn around and you're like, oh man, like this guy's here running this as well. Let's see.
One of those situations where you like the jump scare.
Oh yeah, yeah. When you turn around, and he's there. You're excited. You're happy.
Yeah.
Let's see. And it is a mid. I don't know if a mid's won it before, but definitely somebody that basically should be in this conversation every single season.
Absolutely, really well deserved. I can't say enough good things, especially for us over in the GM side, listening to us, giving us a lot of support, especially with all the recent rules changes, and it's been a lot, and very happy to have him around.
Definitely. Congratulations, Amid. And finally, I think this is what takes us out tonight before Hall of Fame. We have the MVP. Some names we've already seen. Annabelle Blendetto for Yellowknife. Hyde, also known as Bugs, for the Sailfish. No Picks, a rookie in the conversation for MVP for Baltimore. Elijah Dyson for the Silverbacks. Kim Yeon-suk, a corner, making it for Arizona. And Leopold Roy for the Sailfish.
Yeah,
I made my pick earlier. I think it's Dyson.
I think it should go to Hyde.
Yeah, can we get Bugs to change his name to Hide? I liked that. Honestly, these are names and faces that have been popping up over the whole award ceremony, so any one of them is deserving here. You know what? I'm gonna say let's say no picks. Let's see a rookie get it.
I'd love to see a rookie get it. I think it's very competitive. I think this is one of the most competitive MVP years I remember in a while. Because even the defensive
Yeah.
player on here in Kronk with 8 picks and 2 touchdowns, that's one of the best corner seasons I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Pat. It is Elijah Dyson. We do get to see Josh Allen stare at us again. We did pick a pick where Josh Allen's eyes look dead inside, though.
It's the dead eyes and the smile that get me.
Yeah, it looks like something on a horror movie. Congratulations, Pat. Well deserved. Incredible year. And the Silverbacks have been nuts the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if they can continue that chain of dominance.
I apparently scraped the touchpad, so we have advanced to MVP. I did not mean to cut
That's
you off,
okay.
Pat. I'm going to let these guys run MVP and be here to click the button forward. But I'll read the names. First up, we've got Ace McAllister for the Otters.
All right, here's the notes I have for Ace McAllister. The only reason McAllister's on this ballot was because I missed him in terms of retirements. If I hadn't, he'd have been on last ballot. He's one of the most slam dunk Hall of Fame cornerbacks in the new sim age. Half a dozen Pro Bowls, 4 first team All Pros, top 10 in both pass deflections and interceptions in a career. There's probably a good claim that McAllister was the greatest OCO player of the new sim era. That's pretty impressive.
This is Jamar,
I mean,
correct?
I am not sure.
I think it's
check.
Jamar's
Hold on.
second player.
Yeah, and the retired players here, McAllister. No, that's use your bend over.
Yeah, it's Jamar's second player.
Jamar, yeah.
Yeah. 6-time Pro Bowler, 4 All Pros. I mean, making All Pro when there's like 2 slots, making first
Yeah.
team 4 times, that's ridiculously impressive. Ignoring like spots on the leaderboard, 4-team All Pros, nuts.
Yep. Absolutely. And getting that
Congratulations.
number 2 spot on career defensive touchdowns, just dominance.
Oh yeah. Congratulations, Jamar. I'll hit next. Next up, this is I think Kaya's second player, Dolores Bickerman.
Here's the notes I have for Dolores. Bickerman has a claim to be the greatest wide receiver of all time, with the 3rd most yards, top 10 in touchdowns, 8 Pro Bowls over 12 seasons, and 4 first teams, along with the 2nd team spot. She is one of only 4 wide receivers to be named top 25 in scrimmage yards and was able to remain effective for a very long time. She made first team All-Pro in both season 39 and season 47. What an extremely impressive gap.
Congratulations, Kaya. I think Watts, her first player, was also a Hall of Famer. I think. Don't quote me. Next up, we have Mr. Hogmolly for the Yeti.
Mr. Hogmolly. The notes I have. Hogmolly has more receiving yards as a tight end than anyone else in league history. He finally dethroned Paul DeMario for total catches. He beat him out in touchdowns as a tight end by 9. And add that to an awards cabinet that, while a little lighter than you might expect, is still Hall of Fame worthy, and Hogmolly gets in pretty comfortably.
Chasing DeMario was by far the most nail-biting thing I've ever done.
It's great that you got there, and 12 seasons too. Like, longevity is what did it for you, I think.
Yeah, I think I broke it the last season, like week 2. Unfortunately, Frost, Keanu Calhoun should probably break it. If not next season, the next. I think he has like 2 seasons left before regression kills him, and Orange County's contractually obligated to give him wide receiver too. So that record's gonna fall for the like 4th time in the last 5 seasons, which is nuts since it lasted since like season 11. Next up, I think this is Quest second player, Rocky Moreau. The first player, Tatsu, I think is also in, arguably the best running back of all time.
Yeah, Rocky Moreau was not the most consistent Hall of Fame wide receiver in league history, taking quite some time to hit his peak, but that peak was 5 first-team All-Pros in 6 seasons, and being part of one of the greatest QB wide receiver combos we've seen in the new sim. He's also top 10 in both yards and touchdowns as well.
Congratulations, Quest. Next up, JHM. Well, we do have a CTC player on here going in the CTC uniform.
That's our
Might be the
boy.
last person with the title of Philly to possibly go in.
Yeah, there's only a few eligibles, I think, because LCC, what was it, season 38 or 39?
My player already got inducted.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Yeah, well, JHM, there are very few running backs who've ever had a consistent and outstanding peak the way Margin did, and they're all fellow Inner Circle Hall of Famers. JHM managed 4 straight first-team All-Pros, an OPOY, and MVP, and one of the highest yards per carry for a full-time running back who both was a bell cow and played the position for an extended period of time.
And I'll just add on to that. They're just coming up through this league in the same class as JHM, Dream Sloth, Z, goes by a lot of different names. Just what an outstanding user on top of that. I think his his picture on the forums is a picture of me that he edited, but just a fantastic personality, great person to come up through the league with, and just an absolute pleasure to spend an entire career alongside them.
Congratulations, Sloth. Next up, Preston Beats. This is Darkness's second player. The first one, Kai Sakura, should also be in. I'm not positive on who all is in, but it was arguably the best receiver of all time. So, and unironically ended his career helping me break the reception record.
Yeah, I've got some notes here. Preston Beats, a multi-time MVP, 3-time first-team All-Pro at QB, #1 in every volume pass category outside of interceptions. Beats is one of the greats at quarterback. He led Baltimore to an ultimus and consistent regular season success. Helped lay the groundwork for where they currently are today, which is, let's stop kidding ourselves, very, very good. And he's probably could have made the Hall of Fame on 3 separate parts of their resume, much less when you look at all of it put together. Just an outstanding performance and career.
Yeah, to add on to that, I've got his update page bookmarked, and I'm just kind of copy pasting as I go, as I update my quarterback. This is the blueprint, everyone. Follow it.
Congratulations, Darkness. Very well deserved. Next up, I think this is Slate's second player, Leandra Diarra, fullback.
Yeah, I mean, fullbacks are the least represented position in the Hall of Fame by a pretty wide margin, and that's, let's be real, for a reason. I mean, heck, you could argue that we've allowed in as many kick returners as we have fullbacks. In order to get in as a fullback, you need to do something pretty special. And Leandra Diarra did just that. 7 first-team All-Pros, one of the highest marks in league history. That's pretty special.
Congratulations, Slate.
The records speak for themselves, right? First rushing yards, first receptions, first in receiving yards for fullbacks. 10-time Pro Bowler. That's crazy.
He is a CTC player currently, right?
Yep. Yeah, had one or not currently, but Slate is with, oh my gosh, Sarasota now.
He'll be with Sarasota.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Congratulations, Slate. Next up, Spotty O Dopesalicious.
Spotty. The notes I have for him are the last of the Hall of Fame pieces from Arizona's late 30s to early 40s era of dominance. Spotty's top 25 in PDs, managed a pair of first teams and a second team, and had a ton of playoff success. And he's second all-time in postseason PDs.
Congratulations. And that's it. That's the last.
Yeah, congratulations to all of our winners tonight.
Okay.
Congrats.
I will echo that as well. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you to Psychro and Mr. Thin Wallet for assisting me this evening. I hope everybody had a great time. And it is likely that you'll hear my voice again Thursday for the DSFL draft.
Yeah, I'm gonna post my Venmo in the league Discord. If anybody wants to hit me up with some cash, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
If I request money, will you send me some? Oh well. Good night, everybody.
Of course I will.